I spent 30 years watching people succeed. Investment banking, private equity, media, Hong Kong, Seoul, Singapore, London, New York. I watched smart, driven people climb. I watched them win. I watched them arrive at the top of the thing they had been building for decades and look around, genuinely confused about what to do next. Not because they had failed, because no one had ever asked them who they were becoming while they succeeded. Not what they were earning, not what they were building, who they were becoming. That question is what this channel was always about. I started Action Through Education because I had spent a career inside institutions that optimized everything except that. Brilliant institutions, prestigious ones, JP Morgan, UBS, Bank of America, Merrill Lynch. The kind of names that cause parents to stop breathing for a moment when they hear them. And I watch what those names produced in people, what they asked of people, what they quietly took from people who never noticed it leaving. I wanted to find the schools that were asking a different question. Today is the last episode of this channel, at least in this form, and I want to end here. Aloha everyone, I'm Bruce Han. Welcome to the finale of Action Through Education. Pacific Buddhist Academy, or PBA, is the only Jodo Shinshu Buddhist high school in North America. Not the only Buddhist school in Hawaii, the only one of its kind on the entire continent. It sits on the temple grounds of the Honpa Hongwanji Mission of Hawaii in the urban center of Honolulu. Students walk to and from a working temple. They learn surrounded by real life, not protected from it. The school was founded with a $1.5 million endowment from the Jodo Shinshu headquarters in Kyoto, Japan. The stated founding purpose was to nurture future generations of intelligent, self-aware leaders with the courage to cultivate peace in their communities. That is the founding document, not a marketing tagline written later. The original intention, courage to cultivate peace. I have read a great many school mission statements. I have sat in a great many boardrooms where the smartest people in the room had not the faintest idea how to cultivate anything except a better quarterly number. Those were not bad people. They were well-formed people, formed by systems that never asked the question. I know, because I was one of them. Most schools are structured around a single operating belief that performance is the point. Grades, rankings, outcomes, visibility. PBA is structured around a different belief entirely. It's not enough to graduate young people ready to excel in college. What matters is whether they direct their thinking, their words, and their actions toward making peace in their communities. That aspiration is fundamental to PBA's mission. And it takes mindfulness, training, practice, and no small amount of courage. Mindfulness, training, practice, courage. That is a curriculum for a human being, not just the transcript. Students are required to take peace education courses for all 4 years and attend temple services each Friday. And before you assume this is only for Buddhist families, consider this. Only 1/3 of PBA families identify as Buddhists. 1/3 are Christian, and the rest specify no religious affiliation. The practice is not about conversion. It is about formation. I spent 3 decades formed by markets. What I needed and did not have was practice for knowing myself under pressure, for holding my values intact when the incentives pushed hard against them. That is what this school teaches to 17-year-olds. I'm learning it at 61. The 4 years at PBA are not just 4 grades. They are a structured developmental sequence. Freshmen focus on personal spiritual development through experiential learning, taiko, sado, peace-directed fine arts. The inner work comes first. Sophomores begin to develop their sense of direction. Juniors take ownership, and seniors turn outward entirely, applying their personal values to the community. national and international levels through peace projects. Year 1, know yourself. Year 2, find your direction. Year 3, take ownership. Year 4, go change the world. That is not an accident. That is design. I have been designing my own version of the sequence for the past several years, leaving finance, building this channel, applying to doctoral programs, moving to Honolulu to study why Korean families cross oceans to give their children an education that means something. I did not have a school that gave me this architecture at 17, so I built it myself at 60. It is slower that way and less elegant, but I want you to know it is possible. The question can be asked at any age. The design can begin whenever you are willing. I want to spend a moment on Taiko because it tells you everything about this school's philosophy. All freshmen are required to study it, not as a cultural elective, as a reflective art, grounding students in the present moment. Every year, the entire student body performs at the annual Taiko Festival. Drumming, dance, music. The event is a sellout. Approximately 700 seats, 76 students, 700 seats filled. That is not a school event. That is a community anchoring itself through its young people. Students also study Sado, the Japanese tea ceremony, learning the principles of Wakei, Sei, Jaku, harmony, respect, purity, and tranquility. In a world that rewards speed, aggression, and noise, this school is teaching stillness as a discipline. I spent the first half of my life in rooms designed to make stillness impossible. Trading floors, deal rooms, television screens. Every environment is calibrated for urgency, reaction, and output. I know what it costs to never be still. I know what gets decided and what gets lost in the absence of that practice. The students who graduate from the school will know something I had to discover the hard way. Stillness is not the opposite of ambition. It is the condition for it. Pacific Buddhist Academy enrolls approximately 76 students. The student-to-teacher ratio is 6:1. That number is not a limitation. It is a choice. The school views students as equals and asks them to work together to forge an intentional community. Teachers build deep, productive relationships that go beyond the textbook, the lecture, and the classroom. In most schools, a student can disappear for 4 years, graduated without anyone truly knowing them. I have met many of those graduates. Some of them ran the world's most powerful institutions. At PBA, that cannot happen. There is nowhere to hide. And most importantly, no reason to. Pacific Buddhist Academy has graduated over 250 students. Every single one has been accepted into colleges and universities. The one exception joined the Marines, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream and a family tradition. And I want to stay with that for a moment because the school is proud of it. Not that he did not go to college, because of what it represents. The mission was never college. The mission was a life well chosen. This is where I leave you, not because the questions have been answered, because I'm about to go somewhere where they can be studied properly. This fall, I begin a doctoral program at the University of Hawaii at Manoa, where I will study how Korean families navigate overseas education decisions. Why do they leave? What are they looking for? What do they find when they get there? It is, in a sense, the academic version of everything this channel was trying to do. Not to rank schools, not to optimize outcomes, but to understand the decisions families make when they believe education is the most important thing they can give a child. I visited Pacific Buddhist Academy near the end of this channel's production, and I realized, walking through that campus, that I've been circling this school's question the entire time. Who are you becoming while you succeed? Every school I visited, every family I interviewed, every script I wrote was an attempt to answer that question from a different angle. PBA is a school that built a curriculum around it. I do not know exactly who I am becoming, but I know the question now. I know how to hold it. I know it's worth more than most of the answers I spent 30 years collecting. The best decisions do not come from certainty. They come from clarity, not from having all the answers, but from being willing to ask better ones. Keep asking better questions for your children, for yourselves. And if you're somewhere in the middle of your own becoming, don't be ashamed of that. That is the most honest kind of education there is. Mahalo. I will see you on the other side.